Today we will study about a new chapter, that is the fundamental unit of life. Our fundamental unit of life is cell. Cell is called as the fundamental unit of life. So here we will study about the discovery of cell, the function of the cell, and the components of the cell. So first of all, Robert Hooke in 1665, he saw that the cork resembled the structure of a honeycomb consisting of many little compartments. Cork is a tissue. Cork is a tissue or a protective layer of cells which comes from the bark of a tree. So Robert Hooke in 1665 showed that a cork which comes from the bark of a tree resembled the structure of a honeycomb consisting of many little compartments. He observed it through a self-designed microscope, and he named the small boxes as cell. The small boxes or the small compartments what he observed, he named them as cell, because cell in the Latin word it named as a little room. In Latin word cell means a little room, so he gave the name cell. It is a small incident but very important achievement in the history of science, because till date the term cell is used in the biology. So it is a very good achievement in the history of the science. This was the very first time that someone had observed that living things appear to consist of separate units. So if we will take, suppose for example, we will take the cell of onion. We will take a onion peel and we will try to see the cells of onion peel through a microscope, which is possible. The cells of onion peel we can see through a microscope. Mounting can be done. It can be done in the school lab after reopening. So now if we will take the onion peel and we will see in the microscope, under microscope we will see that the cells of onion peel will look like this. The small compartments are called cell, and each cell has nucleus. So this is the cell of onion peel, and this is the cells of onion peel. You can see the cells are here and the nucleus are here. So if you under the microscope, if you observe the onion peel, you can see the structure or see the cells. So these structures look similar to each other. Together they form a big structure like an onion bulb. So when these small structures are coming together, it form a big structure like an onion bulb. So whatever the size may be, the different sizes of onion bulb, they have similar small structures under the microscope. The cells of onion peel will look the same regardless the size of the onion they came from, because this small structure only make the big structure like onion bulb. So these small structures are called as the basic building units of the onion bulb. We can say that these are the basic building units of the onion bulb. So these are called cells. These are called cells. Not only onions, all the organisms that we observe around are made up of cells. So in our surrounding, whatever living organism we are observing or whatever living organism we are seeing around us, these are made up of cell. There is a classification that maybe some are living with only one cells and some are using more than one cells, but in our surrounding whatever living organism are there, all are having cells. So in your book some discoveries by the scientists are given, so please read that. So here Robert Hooke 1665 discovered the cells with the corks with the help of a primitive microscope. Leeuwenhoek in 1674 with the improved microscope discovered free living cells in the pond water. Then Robert Brown in 1831 discovered the nucleus in the cell, and Perkins in 1839 coined the term protoplasm. So which out of which the cell theory had developed. Then slowly again some more scientists came and identified the invention of magnifying lenses took place, and it led to the discovery of microscopic world. So you can read your book page number 58. It is given about the scientists and their discoveries. So please read all these things. These are very important. So here after the invention of magnifying lenses, the discovery of microscopic world is discovered. Then after that it is now we all know that there are organisms which live with one cell also and with more than one cell also. So those who are living with one cell or single cell, they are called unicellular, and some are living with more than one cell, that is multicellular. For example, amoeba, chlamydomonas, paramecium, bacteria, these are called unicellular organisms. Unicellular organism, that means single celled. So here unicellular means single cell. The organisms which have only one cell, they are called unicellular organisms, and those who have more than one cell, they are called multicellular organisms. Here unicellular organisms, you can take amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas, euglena. Multicellular organisms, fungi, plants, animals, all these are multicellular organisms, but both are having cell, that is a common thing, but here in both the body functions are different. Here all the functions are carried out only by only one cell. Here more than one cell are there, so there also functions are carried out, but here cells divide to produce the cells of their own kind. So here more than one cell is there. Once the cell is there, cells divide to produce cells of their own kind. All cells come from the pre-existing cells. So some organisms have cells of different kinds. They have more than one cell. So like plants and animals, they have more than one cell. So they have cells of different kinds. For example, you can see various cells of human body. That is, this is smooth cell, this is blood cells, this is nerve cell, this is ovum, then this is bone cell, and this is fat cell, this is sperm. So you can see that these are the various types of cells of human body. So human body have different types of cells, and the functions are also different of different like different parts are there. So different parts do the different function, but all the cells do their function very well, so that a human body can perfectly work. So these all the shape and size of the cells are related to their function. These are related to their function. You can see all the cells, these are related to their function. So some can change their shape. For example, amoeba can change its shape, and some are having a peculiar or fixed particular type of cell. For example, the nerve cell or the blood cell, these are very peculiar type of cell. That means nerve cell have a very typical shape. So some can change the shape, some have their unique fixed shape. For example, each living cell has the capacity to perform certain basic functions that are the characteristics of living form. So all the living cells, they are doing some basic function. For example, there is a division of labor takes place. You can take like when construction is going on somewhere, so there you might have seen there is a division of labor when construction is going on at some site. So they do the division of labor among the workers. So similarly in human body also there is a division of labor in multicellular organisms. So that means different parts of human body perform different functions. They do different functions, like our body has a heart to pump the blood, to a stomach to digest the food. So similarly different parts are there, different functions are there. So division of labor is also seen within a single cell. So even we are multicellular organism, we have variety of cells. So division of labor takes place. That doesn't mean that single cell also there is a division of labor. So in single cell or single cellular organisms also division of labor is seen. So each cell has got certain specific components. So in all the cell there are certain specific components. These are called cell organelles. These are called cell organelles. So each kind of cell organelles perform a specific function or special function, such as making new material in the cell, removing the waste material, or clearing up the waste material. So a cell is able to live and perform all its function because of these organelles. In all the cells organelles are there, specific organelles are there. They are doing the functions for the cell, like clearing the waste material, making the new material, so that the cell is able to live, and because of the organelles only cell is able to perform all the functions. So these organelles together constitute the basic unit of life, that is called cell. So because of these cell organelles we are having cell. Since cell organelles are working together, we are having a cell, which is called as the basic unit of life. So it is very interesting that all the cells are found to have same organelles, whether the varieties of cells are different, but the cell organelles are same. cell organelles are same, whether the organelles, whether the cells are doing same function or different function or whatever organism they are found in, but the cell organelles are same in all the cells. So it is very interesting to learn about the cell organelles, because these are same in all the kinds of cell. These cell organelles are same. So in the next class we will study about the structure of cell.